Judging Bridezillas. Hi, I am Franklin Medrado and today we're gonna judge some brides saying if they are Bridezillas or not. Because we are at the court and you are the judge. This is gonna be funny. Hey, I know it's the last minute, but would you be able to make a wedding cake by noon on Sunday? I can possibly fit something in by Sunday, but it's going to depend on what you're interested in getting. And here's the picture of the cake. It's the really big cake. Something like this, but not too big. Not too big. I'm only expecting 300 people, not too big. No, wow, I'm sorry. That's gonna be impossible to fit in on such short notice. Okay, I understand. Are you sure? On TV they complete bigger cake than this in a short time. Are you a beginner? Have a good night. I have no doubt, 100% Bridezilla. On TV, they complete in a short time.
Hey y'all! The term Bridezilla is not real. It's not a real thing. It doesn't exist. People who are deemed Bridezillas are just women who are actively trying to plan a wedding worth thousands of dollars because of inflation. Why the do flowers cost that much? Anyways. And no one helping them, okay? If my fiance wasn't helping me with all this goddamn shit, calling vendors and having to call my own goddamn brother to be like, you have an RSVP to my wedding and you suck. Anyways, I would be crazy too. I am crazy. I'm crazy right now, okay? This costs a lot of I don't want to get married I didn't want to get married. Why am I doing this?
Well, wait. You have to chill out, okay? Have you ever think not to spend so much money at your wedding? Because I understand that there's a lot of pressure, but when this pressure begins to affect your family and friends just for having your one perfect big day, I think it's time to stop and think what you are doing with your life and with your relationship. Does it worth to spend a lot of money and emotional energy? For me, this is not a Bridezilla yet, but I think that she's in the way to become a Bridezilla, okay?
It's my wedding at the end of the day.
Yeah, isn't it your wedding? It's all you talk about.
I see both sides, but I am gonna side with the bride on this one. Let's talk about it. So backstory on that, the woman in the video has just received her bridesmaid's dress. The dress that she's expected to wear to one of her good friend's wedding coming up as a bridesmaid. And she hates the dress. Specifically, she hates the neckline. Now, what's wrong with the neckline? We don't know, but she hates it. So she calls the bride and says, I told you I didn't like the neckline on this dress. Why did you buy it? Bride says, I understand that, and I took your recommendations and everybody's recommendations to heart, but at the end of the day, this is the one that I chose for everybody. And down the tunnel we go. All of a sudden, that response prompts this woman to all of a sudden say, well, you're not a very good friend. You never listen to me. You never take my ideas into consideration. All you ever talk about is your wedding. You make everything about your wedding. And because you're such a bad friend, I'm gonna have to think about whether I even want to be a bridesmaid. And here's the thing. No one can make you do something you don't want to do. If you don't want to wear the dress, if you don't want to be a bridesmaid, you have that choice. But to me personally, it feels like there was a lot of resentment and animosity in that friendship way before the dress happened.
I agree with her when she say that you're not obliged to do anything. So if you don't want to be a bridesmaid or if you can't afford, just say no. But the problem is when you say no and the bride start yelling and saying you're not a good friend, I don't want you in my life, I don't want you in my wedding. Well, I don't know what to think in this case, because if the bridesmaid knew about the dress before, so why did she say yes? Why did she accept to be the bridesmaid? I don't like when the bride start to think it's my wedding, it's my big day, it's my... I don't like it. So, but I cannot say if the bride is a bridezilla here. What do you think? Bride sparks outraged by demanding stepdaughter 9 wear shapewear to her wedding because nothing fits her. And have you ever imagined the possibility to use something bigger for your stepdaughter?
Yes, you are the Bridezilla.
People are insane. Are you liking this video? Please subscribe my channel.
So first of all, I hate complaining. It's literally my least favorite thing. When I have to kick up a fuss about something, I know it's going to be a bad day because I just hate kicking up fusses. But on the other hand, I do feel like I should be able to defend myself when someone's doing something deliberately rude and cruel to me and sabotaging my big day on purpose. I just got a call from one of my bridesmaids, and she let me know the exciting news that she's expecting a baby. And of course, I'm so happy for her and her husband. They've been wanting this for a really long time. But on the other hand, there's something that feels very deliberate about the timing of all this, because her baby is due right around the day of my big day, and it feels like she got pregnant at the time that she did on purpose, because she wants to give birth during my wedding ceremony, because she wants all eyes on her, because of course she does. So I uninvited her from the wedding, and yeah, people are mad because she's my sister, but that's not as important to me as being the center of attention on my big day is. And
Oh, I know she's a comedian, isn't she? Yeah, she's a comedian and she's playing a Bridezilla here, but imagine a bride grade like this. And I like the way she speaks, because she speaks like this, a little bit passive aggressive.
a baby.
Though it is fake, yes, Bridezilla. Do you know someone like this, some bride like this? My favorite Reddit accusation of Bridezillas are when the bride gets pissed someone brought children to their child-free wedding.
This is emotional manipulation at some of its worst. If I got married, I would not have children at my wedding. But that is for me, for my own event. If anyone in my life wants kids at their wedding, I am 100% in support. And a lot of my friends have really cute kids, so it's actually pretty exciting. But doing this, in my opinion, is one of the most disrespectful things that you can do. And it's typically by family members. Someone says that they are having a child-free wedding. You don't say anything, you RSVP for the wedding as normal, and then the day of, you show up with your 3 children. You know exactly what you're doing, and it's really, really shitty. Because you are expecting them to give in and feel guilty and just allow it to happen. Or if they do stand their ground and turn you away, suddenly they're a bridezilla and they're the bad guy, even though you knew the rule well in advance. Now, if you have kids and you're not comfortable leaving them for a wedding, that's fine. You, of course, do not have to attend. But to intentionally disrespect the bride and groom's wishes and just show up with your kids in the hopes that you can guilt them into letting you stay, that doesn't make her a bridezilla. That just makes you incredibly disrespectful.
Well, I've never been in a wedding without children, because here in Brazil we have when they have a wedding, we have the pleasure to invite all the family. So it's normal for us to have a big wedding and with a big party with a lot of children. It's normal. In Brazil, yes, if you say your wedding is a child-free wedding, yes, you are the bridezilla, and is a little bit unpolite. But I understand too that if you have children, you have to take care of your children at the wedding. But I agree with her, when you receive an invite and the invite say it's child free and you say yes to this invite and you bring your children to the wedding, you are being disrespectful. So, Bridezilla in Brazil, I don't know in other countries, right below. That's it, subscribe my channel, bye bye.